and gents, welcome to another episode of the Sk8Addict TV podcast. We ride, we vibe, and now we listen, man. Let me tell you what we got for y'all today on the show, man. Let me tell y'all. We got Dontavis Smith. That name may not be familiar to anybody that's listening, but you might know him as Tay, or better known as DJ Problem Child. One of my favorite DJs personally. I have seen this man go from skating to picking up a board to almost quitting to now becoming one of the dominant DJs that's here in Florida right now. He is become the pioneer in regards to like the JB culture and DJing here in the city, and it's been making phenomenal moves in our skate scene here in Central Florida. I'm super glad to have him here on the show, man, and to show this man so much love. He is the reason why Sk8Addict TV is called Sk8Addict TV, because he called it Skate Addiction TV when we tried to get names for it, but it was way too many syllables, you dig? But Sk8Addict TV just rolled the tongue a whole lot easier. So we're going to get to this interview right at this commercial break. Once again, if you're interested in being on the Sk8Addict TV podcast, make sure you hit me up at skateaddicttv@gmail.com. Or just throw me a DM and say, hey, Josh, I want to be on the show, so we can get y'all on here. But we're going to cut this commercial break and get into the interview with Tay. I'll see y'all in a minute, though. Aha! What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Josh from Sk8Addict TV. If you have any kind of brand, business, or event that's coming up and you want to promote it on Sk8Addict TV podcast, make sure you email skateaddicttv@gmail.com so we can get you on the show. But until then, make sure you go follow Sk8Addict TV on Instagram, where we ride, we vibe, and we party. Aha! Welcome back, ladies and gents. So we have Mr. Dontavis Smith. If you remember the first episode, I had mentioned that a gentleman by the name of DJ Problem Child was the one who gave Sk8Addict TV their name. Let me tell y'all something about this man. I am overly proud of you, dude. Overly proud. I remember when he first started DJing and he was going through some of the bumps and the hurdles. And to this day, I tell him, like, bro, you almost quit. Like he's taken over a lot of the DJ nights here in Orlando. He's been a DJ over at IR. He's starting something else that's going on next year. So like the work that he has put in has been tremendous for the Central Florida and Florida community. Yo, like we got DJ Problem Child in the building.
What's up, man?
What's good, bro?
What's good, bro?
And then you know me, bro. Another day in paradise, man. Like I can hype you up all day, bro. But I just want to tell you once again how proud I am of you, bro. Because like I said, I remember when we talked and you was like, man, I'm about to sell all my shit.
Definitely sell that.
I'm about to sell all my shit, and I was like, bro, like just to see where you're at now and see how you have progressed. I talked to Rome a couple of interviews back, and he was giving you kudos, just like how you are like pretty much the JB DJ here in Florida for us. So as the community is growing, and I'm just super proud of not only of the skater and the DJ that you have become, but you know, I've also seen you become a father during this time. And just to see you've been married during this time that I've known you, just to see you become a man for your family, like it's been awesome and amazing to see you grow, bro. So super proud of you. But I can gas you all day, man. Tell the people a little bit about you, bro.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Problem Child. My real name is Dontavis Smith, aka Tay. That's what I was known by before I started DJing. I'm located right here in Orlando, Florida. I do have a session on each and every Thursday called PC Thursdays, and every first and third Saturday with Dante, which is Noisy Boy Entertainment.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about like how you entered into like this realm a little bit. Let's start here. How did you start skating?
Oh, I started skating. This was way back. This was when I was just visiting Orlando, and I was living in Cocoa, and I was just coming over here. And then at that point, I thought like skating was jam skating and shuffle. I just thought like
everybody thought that, bro.
I thought that was it. And then one particular weekend, I was just looking for. I was here with my dad, and I was like, man, I want to go skating because I love to skate. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up coming, and it was an adult session. And like when I came, it wasn't the vibe that I thought. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that fast tempo. That shuffle
Do,
skate.
do, 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 do.
Yeah.
You know, that's Planet Rock.
Yeah. So I ended up coming, man, and I was introduced. From that point, I got introduced to their world. Like I never knew this world existed.
Right.
So I came in. I saw the trains and trios. JB wasn't that heavy, but they threw it in there, like sprinkled it in there. But you definitely was New York, New Jersey heavy. And I got to see everything else. I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And as I started coming, I started coming to every first and third. And then Dante actually seen me. He was like, man, I see you here at my sessions a lot. He was like, you need to get you a boot. I'm like, a boot?
Oh, so you had the speed skates?
The speed skates. I still got videos. Y'all can go look on my Instagram. It's on there. So I had the speed skates. Dante was like, you got to get the boot. And I'm like, a boot? What is a boot?
Mm.
And then he was like, you know nothing, do you? I was like, I don't.
Man, listen, bro, you're not alone. You're not alone.
So I ended up buying my first boot, which was a Rydell 111. It's crazy how that happened. Cause I literally maxed out my credit card to get the boot.
Wait a minute, bro.
I was just determined. I was like, let me see. I'm gonna buy this boot. I mean, obviously I paid the card off, guys, but I just used my last little bit to pay for the skate. After I got the skate, I remember like it was yesterday. I was with Chi, and we was at Cimarron Skateway, and I put them on, and I was skating, and I waited for like a week. The next week we came to Cimarron. I was like, bro, I'm done with these skates. I'm throwing these shit away. He was like, bro, you gotta give him time to break in. He was like, bro, like you haven't even skated them a month. He was like, I was like, bro, you can have them. He was like, bro, just give it time. And
man, you better throw the boots away early, bro.
Cause remember, I was strictly like speed skate. So
so you were trying to shuffle in these things still,
right?
Oh, okay, I got you.
Once I got accustomed to them, man, it was up from there, and then the rest is pretty much history. I just found a family right here in Orlando. I started coming on Wednesday sessions. That's when I remember the first time I met my boy Dice. Shout out to Dice.
Shout out to Dice and the Snap City, Florida crew.
That's why I met my roller skate family, Smooth Rollers, before I departed from the group.
Shout out to the Smooth Rollers.
Yes, sir. But yeah, I met everybody through that, and then from there, man, like I said, it was just off. I was RIP to Kid. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
Kid.
DJ Kid. Yeah, man, that was crazy.
He was literally the one person. Every time I came, he was always there on time. He was there already skating, and he was telling me about this world. Like he's like, bro, I know you see, because now I'm coming to the sessions regularly, like first and third. So I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing it on a bigger platform. I haven't seen Tampa Soul yet. I haven't seen Detroit Skate yet. So he started letting me see videos. I started watching JB. I'm like, bro, what is this? He was like, welcome to our world. He's like, this is just a little bit. He was like, he's like, I got a task for you. He's like, Tampa Soul coming up in January, Martin Luther King weekend. You know, I'm like, man, that's a weekend. I'll be out with my family. He was like, just trust me, bro. Just go one night. And my very first time going to Tampa Soul
blew your mind.
Yeah, it's been like 5 years ago. Blew my mind, definitely. But yeah, I went to Tampa Soul Roll, and then I went with Chi, and then man, I can't even put it in words. And to this day, like you'll never catch me in the middle. You might see me in there, but people all the time they be like, bro, I've seen you do all of these moves these cats are doing. Why you won't get in the middle? It's still stuck with me, bro. I be so enthused about what they're doing.
It's amazing, bro. It's amazing what some of these people can do on skates, bro. Like the way they can move their bodies, and like say for instance, like T-Stacks. T-Stacks, I swear to God, he's an alien, bro.
He is.
He's an alien. He is not from Earth. I have no clue how he does it, but it's just amazing to see what they're able to do in the middle, man. And it's just to see the musicality of how they maneuver and how they do things and how they interpret their body language, what's playing, and how they can change it up in such a small amount of time. But, bro, I done seen you skate. Stop playing, bro. Get in the middle, man. What we waiting on? What we waiting on?
That middle is serious. Like even as a skater, this is why I tell, like, I had a group chat for PC Thursdays, and I was telling the newer skaters how important it is to know how to skate before you get in there. How important it is to know this etiquette of you're trying to go out there in JB. This ain't the time during a national party to be out there acting like you know how to do it, because you're gonna have people at these national parties that really do this style, and they're gonna be looking at you like, bro, what are you doing? Like, don't do that to our style. Like,
this is not the practice. This is not the time to practice.
Nah, but I can get in the middle. I just don't, man. It's amazing to see the T-Stacks. Whenever I can see Bobby West, Dylan, Dream, like all them great skaters.
Man, shout out to them, man.
They're crazy.
But and it's so crazy because I guess my follow-up question to that would be like, so how do you find the time to practice then, right? Because I know as a videographer, I pretty much, in my mind, I have given up. I'm probably not gonna be able to skate at no party. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is for me. And it's not only because I understand my role and I have accepted my role in this community through my talents, but also is that like I just feel fulfilled doing it. I feel fulfilled going out there taking videos of people, and that's just what I enjoy doing. Like if I feel like if I can't record somewhere, I'm not fulfilling my purpose for the community, and it's just like, So, but with that, I don't skate as much to any kind of music or different formats of music or anything like that either, unless I just go to, here at Barber Park or something like that, or maybe just go to a session without my camera. So, but as a DJ, when you're usually in the ring, you usually there for like, you got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? You keep us moving, you keep us rolling. So how do you find time to practice? Or do you even find time to practice anymore?
I ain't gonna cap with you. The last time I practiced, it's been some months. Like sat down and really, I started doing the TikTok now, so I have time to like go through music because other DJs on TikTok have me really getting in my bag. I'm like, dang, I ain't really got my gospel together. Let me get my gospel together.
Yeah.
Let me get my R&B together, because you always hear some. By the way, I've only been DJing 2 years, so I have a lot more to learn. Like these DJs, like I used to think that Dream and DJ D was only been doing it for 4 or 5. Man, they've been doing it for years.
They've been in the game in a while, bro.
A long time.
Yeah.
So imagine the music they've accumulated over that time. So with 2 years, bro, you're not gonna have everything, and you're still gonna be downloading. You're still gonna be finding vibes and trying to seek out who you really are and what your sound is. But no, as far as like practice, like especially with my little about to be 3-year-old Ashton, like it ain't happening. If she come home. It ain't happening. I tried it. If I do, I'll get a good 30 minutes in.
Really?
Yeah.
Of like skating practice?
No, this is like DJing.
Oh, the DJing practice. I'm talking more about like, do you get a chance to skate so you can get into the middle?
Oh no, I don't practice.
So what we waiting on? We got to get you in the middle, bro. That's gonna be our goal for 2024.
I don't think because you see me do the moves. I'm a person that does individuality. So
okay,
I can kill a spin. I can kill a spin into going into something, and then I'm done. But like the T-Stacks and the Dreams, they have footwork. You gotta have footwork in order to be in that middle. And it's like I don't have enough in my bag. I'm not Chef. Chef is another one that needs to be in that middle. Like
Chef's an alien. Chef's an alien too.
He needs to be in the middle, because I tell him all the time, like, bro, you're on their level. But he's just like me. He was like, nah, I stay far from that. I stay away from that. He'll stand outside and do Cleveland all day.
So let's talk about middle work a little bit, because I'm still I'm still learning more about each style and how everything is, and it seems like footwork is usually the biggest thing that I see in middle work. So in your mind, what do you think is required to? Okay, let me take that back. If you see somebody in the middle doing middle work, what things are you checking off in your mind and say, oh, he fire, or he or she's fire with middle work? Like what things are going in your mind? Like, you know what, if you have a comparison with yourself or something like that, but what things are you checking off and saying, okay, they doing this, oh, that's dope, they're fire. Like what are those things you would say in your head? Everybody's gonna be different, but what are your things?
So I try not to compare people to myself, because like every skater is gonna be different. But I look for like balance. And with T-Stacks and like I'm just say T-Stat. His balance is crazy because he'll be tilted on two wheels and he's still doing moves. So
Yeah.
to have that type of balance is crazy. But I'm looking at footwork. I'm looking for combinations. I'm looking at posture. I'm looking at how clean do you look when you're doing these moves. Because sometimes like I seen a video of myself doing JB and in our heads and like our POV, we looking down. We think we killing it. Yeah, when you look back at that video, you be like,
shit.
Well, what is that?
What is that?
Yeah. So, yeah, you definitely gotta you gotta have that footwork, man, in the middle. Those are the things that I truly look for. But nothing specific. Like I enjoy people also too that's not scared to get in the middle. Like for example, I don't know if you know Millie.
Yeah, I know Billy.
Yeah, so Millie gets in the middle.
And she just actually joined. Is it F5? It was a skate crew. I am so sorry, y'all. I think it's F5 skate crew. I know they had somebody out of Cleveland. I think they had somebody in Houston, and I think they have Millie now too. She just joined that crew. So shout out to Millie and congratulations to Millie on that. I am so sorry if I messed up y'all skate name. I will make sure I edit it in here to make sure y'all get y'all recognition. My fault, y'all. Continue though.
Nah, shout out to Dre too. He just got added to Seville on Wheels, JB Skate Crew in Jacksonville. Yeah. So and it's funny because
shout out to Dre, man. That's
Dre
awesome.
is actually from Orlando. So I joke with Irv all the time. Stop trying to take our recruits. They out here recruiting, man. So big shout out to Dre. Big shout out to Millie. But yeah, Millie is another one. Like she's not afraid to get out there. Like she'll fall and get back up and do it again.
I've seen her progression through video also, man. It's been pretty dope.
She's like the woman chef I would look at her as because she does literally she tries every style. Yeah.
That's all. Cause I've seen her do the middle work. I've seen her do. I think New York, New Jersey is like her main thing though. But I saw her on this video that they posted with her joining the crew. She was out there doing Cleveland freestyle. I was like, when she started doing that?
Yeah,
but
she just started.
Bro, that's crazy. So, well, like what we talked about, like the JB community as it's growing here and like start stealing our recruits and stuff like that. The JB community has grown so much here in Orlando.
Tremendously.
And I think that you have been a huge part of that because I know when you first started DJing, actually let's before we get there, let's talk about your DJ journey. Because what I was about to say is that when DJ Problem Child first started DJing, he could mix the hell out of a JB session.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't mix nothing else.
Would not.
He would mix nothing else. So, but when it came to JB, like he was in his bag with it. So before we start talking about the JB community and how you played a major part in that, like let's talk about your journey as a DJ. Like, so what clicked in your head and was like, you know what? Let me do this DJ shit. Like, let me check this out. Let me try my hand at it.
We could throw shots.
Man, I mean, you can. Hey, like I told you before we started, you can do whatever you want.
So
but the consequences are not of Sk8Addict TV. So this is what it is.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with the people.
That's what we do here. We keep it a buck.
All right. So we was in Smooth Rollers, yourself and myself also was. You wasn't really in the chat like that. You like pop in, pop out, because you always be busy. But you know, you had this ever going thing with DJ Fanatic. DJ Fanatic was throwing shots on Facebook, I think. And I think he made a comment. I'm not sure if it was to Sanrika or to the group, but he was like, "Oh, I thought somebody that needed Tampa DJs said something." He put that in the post. So now I'm thinking like, dang, we really do use their DJs. Like Kev, Kev.
Get a little bit close to the mic for me. Pause.
We really, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's
we
better
good.
now?
You good. Just
So
make sure you're close enough.
We like, yeah, like we use their DJs. So from that point on, I was just like, I'm a DJ. I think I put in a group chat one time and I kept doing it. I kept saying it, but I said next year I'm really going to take up DJ, and I followed through with it. And that's about the time that Scratch had just came here. You know, he was dating Ashley, and he actually we actually pretty much started the same time, but I started a month after him, I believe. He started in March and really got rolling. I started in April.
Shout out to DJ Stretch.
Yeah, so, and that was pretty much it. After that, and then everything else was just like the growing pains of becoming a DJ here.
So let's talk about it. So what were some of the things that like you experienced in the early stages? Because it seems like the journey started based off of you wanting to fulfill a purpose for Orlando.
Definitely.
Based off any kind of let's say I don't want to say negative, but based off a lack of something and being dependent on a specific individual. Like, all right, I'm a DJ because I need to fulfill a need here. So with something like that, had to come some type of animosity, had to some type of hoops that you had to jump through. So what was that beginning journey looking like when you decided that you wanted to be a DJ? Because I know you had to step on a couple toes.
Man, I wouldn't necessarily say step on the toes. Like, I've never tried to be that type of person. But as far as like my journey, man, I could not get any help. And it's crazy because I actually reached out to Sk8Addict, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got you." I never got any music from him. So, and Kev said he wanted to help, but he thought that I was under the wing of Sk8Addict, and he didn't want to get entangled with.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying? With
Understood.
that. So, man, getting music was hard for me at first. But through watching everybody else, just went on Bandcamp, YouTube, listening what everybody else listened. Like you said, my primary thing, what I was learning was JB. So I had a lot of JB.
Okay, that makes sense now.
So when I started necessarily taking over the sessions, when Sk8Addict stepped down, that's what you heard. You heard a product of what I had. You know what I'm saying? Over time, did I maneuver so where I understood other things? Yeah, but at first, no.
So with you learning JB, like how did you begin to start to tap in? Because like, you know, with a style that you're learning, when you're at another particular session, you kind of hone in on how to, like, what you like to hear from that DJ that's playing that particular style, right? So if I'm doing JB, I like to have the flow go like this. Like, it's hitting this, it's hitting that, it's hitting this, it's hitting that. So you knew how to play for JB because you were learning JB. So how did you learn how to play for other styles? Because everybody is so picky on how they like to hear their music. So like, how did you begin to learn how to play for those other styles? Because you've become very, very versatile from all the styles to the ratchet. So you've become very versatile. So how was that? Like, how did you learn that, or what was the steps that you did for that?
Just watching other DJs, learning, being a sponge to the game. Like, literally, when I got added to Oso Radio, like, I would tune in every day. I would hear DJ D play, Ali Al, because I know that up north they have the New York, New Jersey music. So literally, I would turn on my Shazam and record the whole session, go back and download every song that they just played, because now I got the music. You know what I'm saying? What they just played. Although they probably got tons of it. Just being a sponge to the game. Asking people like that skates, like, this is what y'all skate to, like paying attention to videos, YouTube and all that, actually going to national parties and hearing how Arson played. Like, hearing Arson for the first time, I was like, man, this dude is amazing.
Yeah, bro.
Like, bro, ain't nobody, like, you couldn't convince me at first T-Stacks was my best skater. Like, nobody could skate better than T-Stacks and nobody could DJ better than Arson.
Arson is having some mixes. I'd be like, yo, where can I find this, man? Like, some of his mixes are like phenomenal, bro. So is DJ D.
Yeah, shout out to them. But that's how I pretty much got into maneuvering to the other parts of, because when you DJ a session, you gotta have a warm up. So obviously I had R&B music, but I didn't have R&B music. So it was just like, it's some certain R&B music that you play, but it's not skatable. It's like, it's something that you could just vibe to, but you can't really skate to it.
Or like a slow skate.
Not necessarily a slow set, but like, but it's not a warm up. It's like, it's not a slow set, but it's not a warm up. It's like one of them tracks, like, you just like, oh, for example, I'll give you an example, like any song from Trey Songz, right?
Okay.
Like, that's a little upbeat, like bottoms up. You can't really skate to it. You can't really. to me it would be a warm up track, but it's not something that you could.
I feel you.
You know
I
what I'm
get what you're saying.
The other biggest part, and I'm pretty sure you knew this was coming. To all of that, guys, my adversities, I couldn't get a DJ to help me. But I will say this. Let me go ahead and mention DJ D, because when I reached out to him, and anytime you talk a business, DJ, they gonna get in that DM. So shout out to DJ D for actually sending me music. I did pay for it, and shout out to Dream. I asked Dream. I said, hey, and I didn't know he was this young either at the time. So I asked Dream, I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to get some New York, New Jersey music. Can you lead me in the right steps? And I was like, I even buy something from you. He was like, how many tracks do you need? Like, man, honestly, man, New York, New Jersey kind of big here. Maybe like 25, 30 tracks. He was like, cool. He was like, I'll give you 50 and then you pay this amount. I'm going to tell you just how God work and the type of person he is, right? So I ended up paying that. Dream sent me over 150 songs.
What?
To this day, I have it. I haven't even went through the whole thing yet. It's just in my laptop on my drive. It just says DJ Dream.
So for those who don't understand that concept, like let them like can you give us an insight to the world of DJing? Like when you say 125 songs, some people might think, oh, that's not a lot. It's 125 songs, but like break down what that concept looks like and what that means.
All right, so just take it for example, a 3-hour session. A normal 3-hour session, that's our first and third Saturdays, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. I'm going to tell you how I do my session so you can get a general idea. In those 3 hours, we'll cover a warm-up, R&B. We're going to hit Cleveland, JB, New York, New Jersey. I hit ATL. I do my slow walkers, Snap City. Just about everything. All of that is included in one session of just 3 hours, right? Mm-hmm. Dream sent me basically double that. But and I asked for New York, New Jersey. He sent me a ton of New York, New Jersey, but he also sent remixes that he wasn't supposed to send. Like at the time, like I was like, I only heard this from one DJ. But you know how they just included in there?
Yeah.
Like, so I have tracks that I don't even use really.
Oh, so damn. So he sent you pretty much 3 sessions worth of music for one particular. Was it all New York, New Jersey, or was it just everything? The
crazy thing about what we think of New York, New Jersey, and what they have in New York is really a foundation. Because when you think about Will tracks, like a lot of his songs get played in the rink a lot, right? So Dream has a lot of that. A lot of those hip hop songs, but they're New York, but they vibe, but they're still a New York, New Jersey vibe.
Makes sense. Okay.
So it is something that you can play during the session, but you won't turn people off, because what will turn people off is the constant like boom, 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 boom. You hear that bass line, boom, 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 boom. Like, yeah, that's gonna deter people that
I fuck with that though. I love the New York, New Jersey style, bro, and I love their music too. It's amazing, bro. I fuck with it. But continue.
Nah, not saying
house
that.
Me all night.
Nah, not saying that, but yeah, it'll deter some people. It really depends on what you're playing though. Certain house tracks, I mean, like for example, Kev. Whenever Kev play that, I'm going out of my head. Man, that track to me is dope. That's probably that track. I'm gonna get up and skate if I hear that track anytime. But yeah, so Dream sent me that. So big shout out to him. And as far as like following up on your question, that's pretty much it. Like 150, 160 songs may not sound like a lot, but it is when you gotta pay for them. Imagine me having to pay for that from Dream. Like that would have been $300-400.
Yeah, easy.
You know, I asked for. Well, he told me 50. I paid for the 50, and he sent me over 150 tracks. So that's beyond showing love, because he understood.
Shout out to Dream.
Yeah, he understood that I was new, and you always tell me you're not new anymore, but 2 years,
not, bro.
2 years is still new to me.
Like you're not new. You're still gaining experience, but you're not new. Like
gotcha.
you have sessions, my boy. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think you got 3 sessions. You got 2 sessions.
2. Well, 3.
3.
Now. Cause all JB session third.
Yeah,
third
bro.
parties.
Like what the get down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. So you got 3 sessions. You're not new anymore. I won't hear all that. Like you can't use that excuse no more, bro.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, he knew at the time that I was real new, and he's like, I guess he was saying like, I'm gonna help him, and he's always been cool to this day, man. It's like when he comes down, I'll tell him, man, like leave your board, man, I got you. You know, what I'm saying, if I'm going to that party, he can just use my controller, so it saves him. He can bring his merch.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's love right there. So we're gonna tap into a little bit of a soft spot. So as I mentioned before when we first started, is that you got to a point where you were about to sell your equipment, like you was done with it. You know what I'm saying? So what were you going through that time to say, you know what, bro, I'm done with this shit. Like I'd rather just go skating. Like what were you going through at that time to say that, and to carry up to have another carry on to that question, like what was the switch that made you keep going, or what were the tools or the key people or functions that make you keep going?
So at that time, man, I really was just DJing for the skate realm. I wasn't interested in doing anything outside. I just wanted to DJ for the skate world because I was a skater.
Yeah.
I really
Skater
care
first.
about making money. I had a 9 to 5. So just the skaters, man, like you gotta have tough skin in this type of business in the skate world. Like what I thought was being a DJ for the skate world was not it. It wasn't it at all. Like there's a standard that these people hold you to. They don't care if you new. You in the booth.
Yeah.
They're gonna hold you to that. So like session after session, like people telling me one time I did great. The next time he's trash. I got people telling me I'm trash. It was for a person that's starting out. If you don't have a solid mind, like you won't know how to ignore it. So it's like I was like, yeah, I'm pretty much done with this, man. This is a wrap. And I was so serious.
You was dead ass.
You, Dice,
you was dead ass.
Y'all, my 3 people in my circle who I really was like, yeah, I'm over this. Like, but it's the push from y'all. I remember after the Christmas party, man, you had us sit down and we talked about it.
Yeah.
And you was just like, man, listen, there's a lot more to to life, man. If you just give it up, you proving everybody right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you just give in right now, so like that push, man, from y'all and like all y'all always been on my side, regardless if I had a great session or a bad session. It was like, y'all gave me y'all personal opinions.
Bro,
like,
this
hey,
what
bro,
it is.
this what you could work on. Take it or leave it, and that was that. But I think that the turning point was the motivation from y'all. Everything started to turn after that party, because when I told you that when I was getting ready to quit and just give it up and sell everything, that's when Naya stepped in the picture.
Shout out to DJ Naya.
Yeah, DJ Naya, Shania Clark. She started mentoring me. And I remember the first time, one of the first things she had me do, she was like, send me a 30-minute mix, right? So I ended up, doing a 30-minute mix. Literally in less than 5 minutes, she texted me back, start over, I don't like the beginning, and don't use none of the songs you just had. Because she scrolled through the whole thing, so she know what songs was. I'm like, oh, she not playing.
Not at all.
Like she wants me. All right, cool.
She real about that. It is so crazy that put a pin in that right quick, because I actually had an interview with Naya, and I didn't know she had been like DJing before she started DJing like rhythm skating. So she had a complete outlook on how DJing or skating was, and she's really musically inclined. So I can only imagine how she was on your ass if you wanted to be great. I get it.
Yeah, like she was definitely I would say the key ingredient to a lot of my success. Any other DJ, I can't really tell you what they've done for me. I can't tell you I can tell you what she's done for me. I can tell you late nights she's been on the phone, like listening to me play, me sending her mix after mix, her making me start over. I used to hate it. And then when she did Miss Tone's class, she's like, you need to join the class. And the first time around, I'm going to just tell you how God worked, right? The first time around, I wanted to join. That's the class she had with Kev, her, DJ Coolin, and all them. But I just didn't have the finances to do it. And she was like, no rush. She was like, just be patient and you can catch the next class. So I ended up catching the next class, right? And this is how God works, right? So I took Miss Tone's class, and then like Miss Tone's giving the grades at the end of the last little video chat that we have for her class.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I wanted valedictorian so bad. It was like, because valedictorian gets to play, or thought we play at
IR, right?
not IR, but Sk8Addict.
Oh shit. Okay. Got you.
So
Well, that's a move right there, bro.
all right, so let me just tell y'all the class that we took. It was me, DJ Prodigy, Warnessa from Seattle, Prototype, and DJ Most Wanted from Arkansas.
Okay.
So it was us 5, and she was like, these are the 3 parties for the top 3 people of the class where they're gonna go. The number 1 person will go to Sk8Addict. The number 2 person will get IR, and the number 3 will get the West Coast. They had a party, I forgot what it was called. So she was giving the grades, and she was like, 3rd place. She's like, Most Wanted. You know, we clapping. All right, cool. It's like 2nd place. That's gonna be playing at IR. She was like, DJ Problem Child. And like my whole demeanor,
your face just.
I just knew I had it. I just knew I had it in the bag, right? And then she's like, 1st place, DJ Prototype. So I'm like, but not knowing that she didn't do that intentionally. That just was the grade.
Right.
But God placed me there for a reason, because He knows that I like JB.
JB, right? It was perfect.
It was perfect,
right?
but I wasn't looking at it. I wanted to be number 1,
which is fine. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: we're gonna come back. So fast forward, Prototype goes to DJ for, and this was well after I DJ at IR. But Prototype goes to DJ at Sk8Addict. He says, "Oh yeah, Joy just had me on a day party." Oh, I was like, what?
So it wasn't even like the skate session.
No.
Oh.
He was like, yeah, she had me on a day party, and I'm like, boy, look what you say.
So you had an actual session at IR.
Now let's rewind back, right? I just fast forward. Now we got to rewind back. So now we back to the class, right? She picks me for, well, not picks me for IR, but I got IR. All right. Mind you, the class just ended in like May. So IR is like 2 months away.
Yeah, you had
so
much time.
I literally had to get a flight, hotel, and Breeze would take care of my. We'll talk about that too. Breeze took care of everything else. So ended up right. Fast forward, getting to IR the night of, man. I'll tell you, I was sweat. But
I know you were nervous.
Nervous. I'm gonna tell you one thing about a Chicago. Chicago JB is different from any place else you're gonna go. That is the most intimidated I've been by any skaters, any group of skaters. I'm never intimidated by nobody. I don't care who you are.
What was the intimidation factor?
Man, it was just like they was vibing, and just like they was killing it, and it's just like their demeanor, like they're like, oh man, they vibe was just different. It was like, man, I can't fool with these people. Chicago gonna hate me. Chicago gonna hate me. She gonna hate me. So, oh man, I can't explain. Listen to me, Miss Tone, right? Her and Top Fly is killing it. They going. When I say they going in. I'm on the end down there vibing. She stops in the middle of the session and says, hold up, we about to do our DJ showcase where we're going to let DJ Problem Child play 1 hour by himself. In the middle of the session.
Like she stopped the floor?
She stopped the floor.
No pressure? No pressure?
Man.
That's crazy. Okay. So everybody looking at you like, who's this nigga?
So now let me tell y'all what made me more nervous, right? She does that, so I'm already like looking at my board. I'm trying to act like I'm looking for a song, but I didn't know what to play. Like my mind was totally blank. She came over there. She seen how nervous I was. She whispered in my ear. She's like, "Just play like you're at home. Don't try to do nothing that we do. We're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. Play like you at home." Started off with a Kizo Kane song, and then the rest is history. After that, man, at the day party the next day, because Naya was invited too, my mentor. So she played a day party, and then Josh Batman, Bat Smoke, he was giving me feedback. He said he loved it. You know, they loved it, bro. The Chicago really enjoyed me having me. I enjoyed being out there. But the fact, rewind back when she said that, right, and I get ready to play. Mind you, now their Chicago DJs have never played on a Friday. So you have DJ Money Mike,
Mm-hmm.
DJ Suave, you got Nas in the building. I don't think T-Rail was there, but you had Killer B out there skating. So you have all of these DJs here to see who I am.
Right. This is yeah, absolutely.
So Money Mike and Suave are behind me. I didn't know who they were at the time. You know what I'm saying? Man, it was so nervous because somebody tapped me and be like, "Oh, bro, you know that's Money Mike behind you?" I look back and I'm like, "Please God, don't let me mess up. Please God, don't let me mess up." And then Malik came over there, shook my hand. I'm like, "Oh, this the dude from," you know how you see.
You see him on Instagram, now you see him in person.
Dang, bro, this is lit. I was like, yeah, I can't mess up. Whole time,
no pressure. Want no pressure.
Whole time, I'm playing like I play at home, and I'm thinking they not feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time I see the videos after, and then they going crazy.
Word.
They going crazy.
So like, I mean, so when you did it and she told you that it's to play at home and you found a song, like what was those indicators that you saw? Like, all right, I'm in here. Like I'm in my zone now. Like I'm cooking now. Like I know you got that at some point during that session. Like what was that what was that point?
It probably had to be like the third or fourth track. So of course I started off with JB. I probably gave them like 6 tracks. So like in the middle of that, that's when I was like, okay, they feeling me. Now just play like you play at home. What would I normally do after a JB set if I was at home? And I ended up, I think I even played ATL. I did like a little bit of New York, New Jersey. Then I brought it back down at the end, back to JB. Mm-hmm. So like I brought them up and then I brought them back down to their style. So yeah, that was dope.
So like, I got a question. So because you said that DJ Tone and you said it was another DJ that was playing before you.
Top Fly.
Shout out to DJ Tone and DJ Top Fly. So like, I'm pretty sure they was in the session and they were going back to back playing on types of music. Yes. How do you know what music not to play? So you know you're not playing the same songs. Like, is it like a list you keep in your head? Like, how does that work?
So that's a great question. And honestly, that's what I was asking myself. Like, pay attention, because most DJs don't pay attention. Like, they just hear it and they just know not to play it. Right. Me still being new, man, my first year at this major party, like national party at that, I just paid attention to the JB that Miss Tone played, because Top Fly didn't play any JB. Okay. He was handling like the New York, New Jersey stuff. But yeah, I paid attention to what she played, made sure that I didn't have that in my list, and the rest is history. So that's why it's super important to like know your music and know what's in your library and know what each of these songs are, because it's a little bit different when I guess you can say when you're talking about skate music, because like, you know, in like regular hip hop trap land, you know what I mean? You know a Drake song, you know a Future song, but sometimes with skate music, I feel like there's a lot of different blends, and because of those blends, it could be very hard to pick. It can be very easy to pick a song that's exactly the same because it has the same exact. It's the beat from another blend that might have happened. So Is it harder to do that in skating, to try to figure out what music not to play because of those blends and mixes that happen? Nah, as you grow as a DJ, you just kind of you're gonna develop your own sound, so people know what you sound like. So if I played with Miss Tone right now, like if I played something and it's similar, as long as I'm not playing the same exact thing, it's still the track is going to give a different vibe, depending on where y'all going with it. Because you may let her play for 10, 15 minutes, and she's got them jumping. And then I come in, I get them jumping, but it's to a different part. Right, you know what makes sense. It's not the same where she was, but it's the same vibe. Okay, so it's really, so once you know the music and once you understand it, so I guess that points me to another direction. How important is it for two DJs to vibe? Because what I've been seeing, especially going to different skate parties, you have like, you know, usually let's say at Job Biscuit is usually CJ and it's usually Killer B, or you have like is it Money Dream? That's Money Mike and Dream. So it's like it's how important is it to be able to function and get along and understand that other DJ when you're DJing with another with another DJ, excuse me. It's really important. And shout out to Prince, man. Even with his parties, like he places DJs together for specific reasons because he knows what each DJ brings. So he doesn't want to he don't want to bring, like, obviously if he got me, a person that's gonna be new to his party, like, he knows how I play because I'm here, I'm hometown, right?
Yeah.
He's not gonna put me with somebody from the West Coast because we're probably gonna bump heads because we never played before, and then our vibes are just off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it's very important. Like, if you get a DJ that you've played with before and y'all get together, like me and Nia, we play great together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we play great together. But like, just in general, you should be able to play with everybody, but it is difficult when you have, like, sometimes DJs will in the booth, they will get beside themselves and they'll want to, like, haul more time or try to do a little bit more, but it's just really the vibe. Like, we're not here to be in competition. We're here to DJs for these people.
Right.
So
when you say vibes, like, what type of things are you, like, looking for? Like, what type of to say that me and Nia vibe well versus somebody else that you might not vibe well with, and this is just examples. I'm not saying you don't vibe with anybody, but, like, what exactly are you looking for? Like, hey, they get along. Hey, we communicate well, or hey, we, like, when it comes to music choices, like, we're kind of on the same beat. It seems like when we're in this particular zone, like, what type of things are you looking for?
Nothing specific that I look for. I just know Nia knows how she wants the session to go. Like, she'll come and let me know, like, hey, your vibe off. You know what I'm saying? So playing with her multiple times has got me accoladed to playing up. Like, you can't be playing down here. Like, nah, we're not playing little boy ball. I need you to be here where I'm at. So like, I can't even put it in words. Like, once you're in the booth with her, like, she kind of like that big sister. She's guiding me through the steps. Like, she might be like, she give me that face like, she's like, I wouldn't have played that, but go ahead, go off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about her, if she feels the vibe going left, she'll be like, I got it.
Okay.
And she'll bring it back.
And it's funny that you said that when you pass it on, because I remember when you first started, and, like, you were nervous when you had to play by yourself for a long period of time. So
I remember that.
So, like, now that you what got, so I mean, I guess through all the experience and comfort, but when you playing with somebody, when did you get to that point where it was like, you know what, I can do this by myself. I'm good. Like, I'm straight now.
So it actually wasn't. It was, but because we being a buck on here, it was Hightower and it was Sanrika being in Dante's ear. So what happened was, obviously everybody knows me and Sk8Addict was when Fanatic stepped down. We was just doing the style skate portion of the night, and when Fanatic just stepped down, like, he literally didn't have a DJ. Why not bring these two DJs that's learning, that's gonna get accoladed anyway?
Right.
So he added our song, and we had our times where we played good together. But the majority of the time, people would say it sounds like y'all battling rather than playing with each other. Because when you in the booth, when you have two DJs, no matter who it is, nobody should know who's playing. Facts. You should look up there and be like, dang, who playing that? You got to ask the question. As opposed to saying, bro, that's Problem Child. We know that's Problem Child. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. And when me and Nia play, there's a ton of times where people be like, they're here, JB, and what do you think they ought to know? Who they think?
They gonna come to you.
They gonna be like, yeah, you was playing that, and I'll be telling them, like, honestly, no, I wasn't. That was Nia. But that's good.
The sense of synergy.
Right. Yeah. That's good because y'all thought I was playing, but it wasn't. But it just shows y'all that we play well together.
Right. Absolutely.
Y'all don't even know who playing because y'all guessing. Y'all only assuming because I play a lot of JB. You know what I'm saying? Or I play for y'all a lot. So you can't do that. But long story short, Sanrika and Hightower was in Dante's ear about us and, like, how even Dante himself said, like, it sounded like we playing against each other. So he ended up making the decision to split us up. So one would go on first Thursday, one would go on third Thursday. Not Thursday. Saturday. And we would switch. And I kid you not, man, the first time that I had a session, I was very nervous. I was by myself. I didn't have Sk8Addict to rely on to be like, oh, okay, you can come in. If I got nervous, you know what I'm saying? I had to play. But I killed it my first time. My first few times. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Jade, shout out to Jade for Smooth Rollers. She's a very particular person. Like, she'll be very honest with you. and she's blunt with me. She's
Right.
like,
She's very straightforward. Shout out to J Money.
Yeah, she'll tell you like, nah, problem child.
Not the accent.
Yeah, nah. She'll say that. But the first few times she would literally come to the booth and be like, "You killed it. You killed it." So I was like, okay. And then Hightower and San Rico was like, "We told you, let him play by himself." And from there, it was kind of like now trying to get this direction of where I want to go, because now when you spoil your kids so much, like they start to throw temper tantrums.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in the skate community. Like they get spoiled so much with so many nights. It's like they don't even care for a PC Thursday. Not that I wanted a Thursday, but they don't care for Thursday anymore. Because we got Thursday, Friday. If I miss Thursday and Friday, I still got Saturday. Even if I miss Saturday, I got Sunday. So it's like we have all these sessions now. So it's a good and a bad thing. Like people just not financially able to go 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, that's like $15 a session. You know what I'm saying? It builds up, and not only that, like my knees hurt. You know what I'm saying? Thighs hurt.
Definitely.
So with all the sessions that we have gotten, one of the sessions that have become very prominent in our community, because like I mentioned before, JB has become very big in Florida. And not only just in the Central Florida, we're talking Tampa, Miami, and especially with Jacksonville. So shout outs to Seville on Wheels. That's up there. So there you have the JB Get Down. That's what every fourth Saturday.
Every third Friday.
Third Friday. Okay, my bad. Every third Friday. So, and you have become like the DJ for JB. I want to say I would say in Florida. I'll give it to you, because I mean I really don't know anybody that plays JB as well as you in the community. So, but we have skaters that come from all over that come to this session. I even think I've seen some people from Tallahassee that have driven down once upon a time. So, how did that come about? Transitioning into not only you having your sessions, you're getting these kudos, your confidence is boosting, but now to a point where okay, let's start being creative, because also during your sessions you have a lot of different themes that you had a lot of ideas about years back,
right?
You know what I mean? So which I remember and which I know, but now you have the opportunity and the connection and platform to now produce these things. So tell us about the other side of the gate now. So like you got your confidence, you've been to IR, you have these sessions by yourself, but now it's like you are the DJ for Central Florida now. You know what I'm saying? So like what has that been looking like? How's that been feeling? And tell us a little bit more about the Get Down. I know that was a loaded question, so if I have to repeat anything, just let me know.
You good. The journey has been great, man. I don't take away anything. I was supposed to go through those adversities when I wanted to quit, to show me who I needed to be and where I needed to be and who needed to be around me. Because there's a lot of people that started with me that's not around me right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it happens. As far as the Get Down goes, I got to get this kudos to Florida JB United and DJ Sk8Addict. They are the ones that originally came up with this. I was originally just added on because Sk8Addict was what he was doing was just adding different DJs to the Get Down. So by popular demand, they were asking or requesting for me to DJ with Sk8Addict. But I guess at the time, me and Sk8Addict had a little whatever going on, and it was a little heated animosity. So I don't know if they didn't know how he would react or whatever. But ultimately, we got together. We played well together that night. Did our thing, and then from there, fast forward to today, it eventually got taken over by Elite Vibes. Shout out to Prince, and Prince wanted to make sure that he wanted to give the people what they want, and the people was requesting me that I be the DJ. So he ended up asking me like, would you like to continue doing it? And I was like, yeah. We discussed finances or whatever, and then the rest was history.
So what exactly is the Get Down? Like break that down for some of the people that might be listening that are not in Florida, who don't get a chance to go. But what exactly is the Get Down?
So the Get Down is a all it's not just an all Florida, but an all JB session. That means absolutely no New York Jersey, no slow walk, no R&B. Well, only R&B that you're gonna hear is during a slow set. But it's strictly JB the entire night. Maybe you'll get the R&B because there are some R&B songs that you can JB to. But as far as like in general, all JB session, no sugar added, no salt added, nothing else, just plain Jane.
Mm-hmm.
And they were, that's what they wanted. They wanted a session where they don't have to share it because going back to when I first started skating, we was heavy on New York, New Jersey, and we didn't have a big JB crowd. But now we do have a JB crowd, and they are making noise. So it's like,
bro.
You cannot ignore them. And even now at my sessions, I be feeling bad because it's like I want to vibe with everybody, but I can't play JB all night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I'm still at home thinking of creative ways how I can incorporate like 2-3 songs, then go back to vibing with everybody else. Because certain JB songs, they do, like Shot Pro Style has a lot of multi-verse for everybody in the skate community. So you play the song and everybody skate to it. As opposed to a Miss Neek track. Miss Neek is strictly JB
heavy.
You hear Miss Neek on the track, you're not gonna.
You already know what time it is.
Yeah, her music is not really designed to cater to anybody else but that specific
right, absolutely.
genre.
I get it.
But yeah, that's what the JB Get Down is. If you want to catch it, is every third Friday right there in Kissimmee, Florida at Skate Reflections, from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. We've had special guest appearances. I've had DJ Tommy from Atlanta come down and DJ with me. The last one, we had Chicago's very own, the Prince of JB, DJ CJ come down and DJ for
Word?
Yeah. So when Prince asked me about it, he was like, one thing I will tell you about Prince, business-wise, he makes it about me. And I've never felt that from any of the sessions that I've DJed before. He lets me know, like, hey, how do you feel about DJing with, CJ? He doesn't say, hey, we just going to have CJ come down. And,
that's respect.
You know what I'm saying? So he makes sure that I'm okay with it. If I'm not okay with it, I'm pretty sure he'd probably be like, we don't want to do it, but PCs have a problem with it, so blah, 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 blah. But I'm never going to have a problem with it because I always want to grow. And now, I should have, even though I said no because that gave me a night off because I actually got to pick up another booking and I actually got to come and skate. I should have actually, next time I think I will take an opportunity like that because that's when you can pick their brains. That's when you can get music. That's when you can network with them. You know what I'm saying?
When you learn. That's why because you never know when opportunities, especially in person. It's one thing to do stuff on Zoom or on a phone call, but when you're in person, they can kind of show you and you can be more hands-on with it. That's always better.
Definitely.
Always better. So like with the JB Get Down and what some other projects and stuff that you got on the way with DJ Problem Child as a DJ? Are we gonna stick with skating? Because I've seen you start to branch out and do more content on your page. So I've been seeing you do a lot more. So what's the next couple projects and stuff that are coming up for you?
I mean, the goal for me when it comes to like that stuff is the goal is 100K followers on TikTok, and then I can start. Because what happens is, and another DJ does this that's on TikTok. He has like 150-something thousand, right? People are actually going to where he is just to hear him DJ. People are catching flights to go see, like, meet this dude. So it's like, if I can bring that type of revenue to my city, now I can negotiate with the ring. Like, okay, y'all seeing what I'm bringing, right?
And this is another skate DJ?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so... Well, not necessarily a skate DJ, just a DJ in general, but he does DJ at skating rink.
Okay, got you. Okay.
But yeah, so, think about that. Think about having millions of followers and you haven't gone to the ring and be like, we got to renegotiate this contract. I'm bringing y'all a lot more money than what y'all
That's
y'all
a
paying,
fact.
What y'all paying me. But that's the goal for that. As far as like my own, we're going into the second year of my first year. Shout out to DJ Naya. Shout out to everybody that was a participant, even yourself, videographering for it was called the JB versus Snap. That was the very first The very first thing that I proposed. We later turned it into For the Love of Snap and JB, which is gonna be followed up this year. Still waiting on a date. It's probably it's so hard to put a little event like that because I'm not making it for. It's basically for the state of Florida.
And stop calling it little. Stop calling it little. Words are important. Let's call it what it is. It's a really good event.
Okay, so the event. I don't know. It's hard. It's so hard right now because let me give y'all an outline. Right, you have Temper Sorrel in January. You have Drive Biscuits in February. These parties are back to back months. So Temper Sorrel, Jive Biscuits.
Yeah, Houston Roundup, then Jive Biscuit, I think.
Oh, see?
So it's like 3 back to back, yeah.
So I'm only knowing the ones that I know off the top of my head, right? So RITC, then you got Skate World Series, then you got Inferno. So it's like they go back to back to back. And it's like I can only, because we have so many sessions here in Orlando, I can only do it on a 5th Saturday. So it makes it even more difficult. And the only other 5th Saturday is like, I think next year is in like August. But of course, that was around the time that was Sk8Athon. But Sk8Athon is no longer. So I'm not sure what impact that will have because I don't want to throw a great event like that on a weekend that a big party is happening.
Right. And now you got to fight with the crowd and fight
that
who's
first
pull.
year.
Yeah.
I'm going to just tell y'all that first year was crazy.
It was a good year first year, bro. Absolutely.
Just think about it. That's why I say God works in mysterious ways. I had just came back from IR. We was promoting the heck out of this thing. Now he was making up fake beefs between everybody. Like, oh, I heard this or I heard that. The night, I think we did like 280 people. We had the MJI media group there. Man, it was big. It was big.
Man, that's awesome, bro. So, but before we head out, man, is there anything you want to leave the people? I know you got a new TikToky, and you on Instagram now creating content. Where can the people follow you at, man, so they can support and get you to them 100,000, 150,000 followers that you're asking for, man? So where can we find you at on IG and TikTok?
Instagram, man, DJ Problem Child _ Same thing with TikTok. Make sure y'all go follow me. I'm still building that crowd. DJ Problem Child _ on there as well. On my Facebook, I have 2 accounts. My primary personal account is Dontavis DJ Problem Child Smith, and then on my DJ page is just DJ Problem Child.
Man, I appreciate you for being here on the Sk8Addict TV podcast, man. I'm super proud of you, bro. And the growth that you have had over the last 2 or 3 years. I think we pretty much started our journey. I started my journey as a videographer like 3 years ago, and you started your career off as a DJ 3 years ago, and we have both grown significantly over the last couple years, man. And just it's awesome to be beside you and see your growth, not only what we do for the community, the skate community, but specifically for the Florida community, man. So continue to keep doing your thing in any way that I can support through my channel or through my talents and skills with this video, man. Like, I'm here to help, and just let me know. So thank you so much for everybody for joining on the Sk8Addict TV podcast. This time around, we'll see you next Sunday. Make sure you go follow Sk8Addict TV on all of your social media platforms. We're on Apple Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. TikTok, kind of, sort of, but IG, YouTube, subscribe, all that good jazz. But remember to go follow us where we ride, we vibe, and we party. Aha! We vibe, we party.